Hello, and welcome back to Just a Burst of Gold. Today, we're going to be talking about career interests. And so, what we have done is I've partnered up with the amazing Louise, and we have created a Google form, and it collects all the students' information, and then it collects what career they should go into. And this is like the final image of what it kind of looks like. And then they look at their highest, and they do some projects with their highest amount of numbers. And so we're going to walk through this first one, and there's two different ones, and I'll have two separate videos for both of those. So for this first one, there is a Google Sheet. You're going to click the Google Sheet, and you're going to make a copy. The reason you're making a copy of the Google Sheet and not the Google form is because you are collecting all of the formulas, you're getting all of the Autocrat set up, you're getting everything kind of ready to go. Okay, so I've got a copy of my Google form. I can see the Autocrats here. I can see the copy downs here. If you don't have Autocrat and copy down on this sheet, you can go to these two extensions and add them. You'll want to do that first before you get started making a copy. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is I'm just going to go to the form, and I'm going to go ahead and hit Edit Form. And I can see all of the different questions on here that are going to be collected. And I want to go to settings, and you might want to collect your district's login information, and then you can hit save. And I might also want to say, oh, they can only fill this out one time. Okay, so then I know when students are done, they're done for good. Once I have my Google form set up the way that I want, I don't really want to edit any of these types of questions because there's a lot of formulas going on in the back end. And on this copy of the Google sheet, I will be able to see every single student's responses. I'm going to go in, and I'm just going to quickly type my name. I'm just going to randomly click a couple of these just so you can see what this kind of looks like. And it's a pretty lengthy assessment because it has tons and tons of different careers that the students could fall into that category. And then they're able to research a little bit more on what the expectation would be. And let's go ahead and we'll do this one like with 3. We'll do this with 2. So again, it's pretty lengthy, so just kind of warn your students with this one. It's longer than the second one that I'm going to show you a little bit later, but these results are pretty good, and I like how scaffolded it is by activities, the qualities, and then the subject. Okay, we're almost there, I promise. I am pretty competitive, so we will check that box for sure. Okay, and submit. Once the survey is submitted, I can go over to my copy, and I can see right here that I've filled out the plan just as is. I can also see that it is bringing down the copy of the formulas. And so then when the students get their Autocrat responses, they'll have the data for it. Again, I might have to go in, and if for some reason it's not copying down their formulas for that different assessment, like right here, you can see it has not yet done the calculations just quite yet. So we're waiting for copy down to work. But this is the one that I did prior to submitting that first example. And you can see all the different scores on this table. And so you're going to have all your students do the Google form, and they won't get responses all at once. Once every single student is on this sheet, you will then pull Autocrat, and you'll go to Add-ons, Autocrat, and you'll launch it. And there's just a couple things to think about when you're using Autocrat. It's all set up for you. However, you might want to go in and customize it. So you're going to click the pencil to edit. You can just hit OK. And then you can customize any of this different information that you might want to for your own students. The big one is the email. So you might want to change the email of what it says for your classroom. And also, you do not want this to run on a trigger because we are using that copy down formula. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit save. And then again, sometimes that copy down formula does take a while. So once it shows that this has numbers, this row for this student, I can then go to add-ons and I can go to Autocrat, open, and then I just hit that play button. And again, you want to wait for most of your students to be done, or maybe you do it at the end of this period, at the end of this time, and this time. So you're doing multiple at once and you're not clicking that for every kid. But the reason you do have to wait is because you're waiting for this copy down formula to do its thing. All right. Well, that was a lot. So if you need any help, feel free to reach out to myself or Luis, and we are more than happy to kind of assist you on your needs. And again, right here, if you go to copy down, open copy down, you'll have to turn it on. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You will have to turn it on, and you'll have to set this one up. This is copying over from the old spreadsheet. So you will have to start it for yours. And yes, I want all these formulas. Save. And then it will be able to copy down all of these amazing formulas that you can see right here that Luis created. And then you'll be able to kind of have your students get that feedback. On here, I can search by individual student. So we can see like Mel should be in business. And then I can just click, undo. There we go. Luis, and we can see what Luis got. So again, really cool spreadsheet and information for your students as they're exploring different careers and pathways that they should take. Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure you check out goldedu.org.